like and subscribe. Who is the most annoying character in a TV show according to you? Ross from Friends. Oh. Him too. The douchiest nice guy in TV history alongside Ted Mosby. I think he has the best lines, and the actor, David Schwimmer, has excellent comedic timing, but I definitely would not like to know Ross in real life. It's kinda funny that in the first season he's just Monica's brother. There's no other social tie, and he's just a loser who keeps hanging around his sister and annoying her and her friends. It's not till later in the series when they introduce the idea that him and Chandler were friends from college. For me, Ross and Rachel are tied in terms of annoyingness and entitlement. Thank you. I freaking hate Ross. Major reason why I've never watched Friends. Every time my roommate would have it on, I was just like, Ross is annoying. Agree. I love him, but also find him really annoying. It's like love-hate relationship, haha. Rory Gilmore. She was great at first, but unbearable now, and I love Gilmore Girls. I hated how the adults put Rory on a pedestal as the smartest, nicest, most perfect kid ever. For one thing, she wasn't that nice. For another thing, it set a near impossible standard for teen girls. When I watched Gilmore Girls as a kid, I thought Rory and her mom were so cool. Watching as an adult, I felt like Emily. I was like, Lorelai, stop trying to be funny all the time. Just be polite. I kind of loved her fall from grace. At one point in the series, Lorelai says something like Rory is used to getting what Rory wants. It is good for her not to sometimes. And while Rory did work hard for what she had, it is unrealistic for anyone to get everything they want all the time. It's nice seeing her fade a bit, as we all do. The Netflix revival really ruined Rory's character for me. Dean is still the worst though. I was going to say April. Completely agree. She started out great, but turned into a selfish brat so fast. I always felt so bad for Lorelai. Everyone in Family Guy. I liked that show when I was 13, but as an adult I find it so cringe, distasteful and annoying. How on earth has nobody said Carrie Bradshaw yet? Oh my gosh, yes. I am doing a rewatch of Sex and the City and I cannot stand Carrie. Especially the episode when she got at Charlotte for not offering her money, despite her making terrible financial decisions, and expecting her friends to just throw the money at her, and claim she would not take it, but yet still took Charlotte's engagement ring and pawned it. Absolutely dislike Carrie. Tucker Carlson, because he keeps showing up in my YouTube recommendations for some reason. With that Dumbus Labrador look on his stupid face. Ted Mosby. Heather's desperate, clingy, witty, and incredibly annoying. Hot take, Jon Snow is in worst. He spends his entire life trying to avoid attention, but does it in the most attention-seeking way possible. He is insufferable. Obligatory. D&D for ruining the show, haha. But I read the series, and Jon was actually way cooler in the books. D&D were portraying him wrong in my opinion. He was a very sullen and reserved person, and I don't think it translated well onto screen. I quite like his jazzy ties though. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Haven't watched a lot of TV shows, just a few sitcoms, but Ted from Him and Judith from 2.5 Men are the most annoying to me. I was coming here to say Ted from Him. I mean, as soon as he said I love you Robin, she shoulder backed up forever. Lily in How I Met Your Mother. The show is nothing amazing. Ted is a Ross too. Zero and Barney, well, he's a whole other thing, but Lily is the type of person I avoid in real life, at all costs. A busybody slash shopaholic slash irresponsible spender who loves to lecture people, has delusions of grandeur and wants to be this cool hipster painter chick, and who settles for a man way too good for her. Kaleo. I haven't been around much children's entertainment lately, but I used to babysit, and that whole show was annoying, and so was the protagonist. Same. That was the only show I refused to let my kids watch when they were little, for fear they would become annoying little s like Kaleo. It worked. They were never little. Honestly. Kaylau. God, I want to smack her. Of that bold little. So bad. Why does he make me feel such HD? Roland from Schitt's Creek. Infuriating. Yes. I love that show so much, but Roland is so irritating. Will Shuster from Gyu. I hated him. So uppity and self-righteous. EWW. He was such a creep. Strong agree. Chevy Chaser's character in Community. The first few seasons of that show were fantastic, but he tried his best to ruin every scene he was in. I know his character was supposed to be obnoxious, but it was just unbearable. Chevy actually left the show because they were making his character too racist. Then he threw a fit and called someone a racial slur before storming off D. I was so happy he was not there until the last season. I just had a feeling he was playing himself on screen. I think Harwood on The Big Bang Theory. To be honest, all of the main cast is pretty annoying in TBBT. Bernadette is awful too. Those two on screen together was enough for me to stop watching. Piper from OITNB. Gina from Brooklyn 99. Me. Insufferable. A bully. I was searching for someone to say this. She's an absolute annoyance. Erin from The Office. Nothing against Ellie Kemper, but the character Erin annoys me. Erin was someone they just dropped in a Warzone of a series. I felt bad for her. More than Todd Packer? Michael was the most annoying character for me. His actions were just too cringy, or mean and not funny at all. I was more annoyed by Pam than Jandy. Rachel Berry from Glee. So obnoxious, even more so, because I meet so many of her type working in theater. Although, in my experience, diva behavior is more common in boys, which was a bit of a surprise. James Corden, he makes my skin crawl. I'm going to get hate for this. Sheldon, from Big Bang Theory. What an insufferable annoying. The entire cast of Friends. Agree. I haven't been able to watch Friends as an adult. It's terrible. Same, except for Phoebe. I don't find her annoying. Watching Friends as an adult is embarrassing. It is a terrible show. Jane Ralphio from Parks and Rec. I find Leslie super annoying. I've only ever watched the first 3 episodes, because I can't get past how annoying she is. Everyone from Parks and Rec. Craig is the most annoying for me. Jane Ralphio and his sister are tied as a close second. And his sister. Manny from Modern Family. Bran from Game of Thrones. Lily from Modern Family. Her acting is horrible, and she says things so monotone. Bran saw this coming D. Ross Geller. 3 earned so vertical bar by miles. No way would an actual Rachel Green date him. Marnie in Girls. I just rewatched Girls recently and genuinely hate every character. I kind of think Thea purposely insufferable. But watching as a 30-year-old lady, all I could think was these privileged, spoiled brats. Dee Lord, she is defo the worst character I have ever seen. Also Hannah. Oh, good one. Carrie Bradshaw. Utter nightmare of a woman. Elena Gilbert from TVD. I am watching this now with my fiancé and apparently I just somehow forgot how irritating she is at the beginning. I keep having to tell him don't worry, it gets better lol. Laurie from The Walking Dead. Her death scene was brutal / sad, but I was happy LMAO. Carl annoyed me more than Laurie honestly, but she was pretty bad too. Is there a saying about annoying mum, annoying son? Because it would fit those two lol. I felt worse for her in the comics, not so much in the show. It was brutal, but at that point in the show, I was just glad it was picking up. Ray Barone and everybody loves Raymond. I can't stand Deborah either. Scrappy Doo. freaking ruined Scooby-Doo. Carrie from Sex and the City. She is not a good friend at all, especially to Miranda. Piper from Orange is the new Black. She's just annoying and Winnie and gets everything she wants. The other prisoners are Oct. Alan from 2.5 Men. Archeroman from Money Heist. Fuhuak Archerito. He was a real. Andrea in Walking Dead, not even a competition. It's even worse when you read the comics and realize she was supposed to be an amazing character. Peppa Fecking Pig. Mr. Bates in Downton Abbey. What an insufferable martyr. Ein, stand up for yourself and the truth, you dummy. It's a tie between Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother and Rory Gilmore in later seasons of Gilmore Girls for me. Ted is Winnie and creepy obsessive about love, and Rory is an ungrateful spoiled brat all the way from college to the last scene of A Year in the Life. Wesley Crusher on Star Trek Next Generation. Shut up, Wesley. Yes, 100%, what a little twerp. Michael Scott. Yes, I love The Office, but Mitchell's character makes me not want to watch it. Sometimes I was happy when he was gone, and Andy took over. I want to cry, DD. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.